You're already coming on hot, man.
I'm not even coming in hot. I'm coming in hot because of your hat. I've never seen you in a hat. It's weird.
Well, stop with the attitude.
I don't even have an attitude.
You were a little bit.
I'm so excited right now that I got it to work. I figured it out.
Is that an Apple Watch?
It is.
Oh my gosh.
It is. I went to the dark side and got an Apple Watch.
Beta.
No, it's very alpha.
Okay. Cheers.
How you doing, buddy?
What's up with my hat? Why are you calling it out?
Because you look like an 8th grader.
Interesting.
With your little... That's not even like a good snapback. That's Velcro.
It's a dad hat. It's a dad hat.
It's a Velcro.
Well, hey, it's my brand, Lululemon. It's a snap. It's one of those dad hats.
No, it's not.
Yes.
It's not.
Yes, everything I wear is, like I told you in the last pod, everything is basically Lulu.
You're like a 19-year-old child.
How so?
That's what Did you see what they did? They brought a bunch of influencers out.
Fuck influencers. They're not even real influencers.
Literally.
Every influencer.
Lulu, not, what is it? LA, what is it?
Young LA.
Young LA. I apologize. Brought all these fucking influencers out for this big, whatever the fuck. You know, and they're all 20-year-old fucking kids.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. They're... I don't know what they're I don't know what they're influencing, to be honest with you. I look at them and I'm just like, beta.
You're trying to...
Bitch.
Yeah, you wearing their shit though.
This is Lulu. This is not Young LA.
Oh, I apologize. It's Lulu.
And even if it was Young
Lulu.
LA, and listen, even if it was Young LA, it's on this person. I am not a 20-year-old punk kid.
Are you sure with that backwards hat?
I like to wear my hats backwards sometimes. Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with wearing a hat backwards. I always wear a hat backwards, but not a Velcro strap.
What do you wear? Fitted?
Snapback or fitted, man.
Oh, well, I don't really care if it's Velcro or snapback
can you
or not.
like pull it apart so we can hear the know when you adjust it?
I'm thinking about I don't know what your problem with Velcro is. Bro.
That's like the one where you have like the little loop through and you pull it tight to your head and it's got like the little hanger. Have you ever seen those? Where it's a strap and you put the strap through and you pull it tight and then like the little strap like hangs.
Mine doesn't hang though.
It doesn't.
Mine's very, very fitted and is well-made hat.
You look like Quail Man.
What's that?
You don't know what Quail Man is?
No.
From Doug?
No. I used to watch Doug, but I don't know.
He was Quail Man, dude. All you got to do is just put your underwear on the outside of your pants. You're Quail Man.
All right, I'll do that next time. Beauty and Brawn. Hey, I have a couple announcements we have to get through first. Okay. First, subscribe to the podcast if you haven't already. Like and comment on the video, please and thank you. And secondly, if you're looking for a new cheat food on your cheat day, if you're like me, you like Reese's and ice cream and all that fun stuff, but sometimes you just want something different, head on over to tinderboxbakery.com, put your order in, and Beauty and Brawn 15% off at checkout. Thank you. All right. Resume the show.
Okay.
Yeah.
That was good.
Any questions?
She was actually...
Do you have any questions for me this week? Because you did last week, and it started a really good conversation. I got a lot of good feedback on that conversation.
Dude, I got a lot of heat off that conversation.
Well, that's what I mean by good.
Yeah, no, and it was fine because that's my personal feelings.
Yeah.
You know? And if you guys don't know what we're talking about, we talked about weight loss surgery last podcast.
What heat did you get?
Oh, I got mad heat.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
How did you deal with it?
I was like, yeah, whatever.
So what kind of heat, man?
Was like, you don't understand what it's like and all this other stuff. And,
you
know,
Justin was very sound in his
they
approach.
Said that they
you should be more like Justin.
No, I don't know. No one said that.
Said.
No one said
I know.
that. No one said that ever.
I mean, it's definitely gonna be what's gonna come after they bury you. They're gonna be like, you should be more like your partner.
No.
Yeah. So what they say?
They were just very like saying that I just don't understand what it's like to.
You do though,
but that's the thing. That was like I do.
You don't understand to that extent,
right? It's like, but that's the thing is, though, like I do understand. Like I do understand. I do understand being overweight and not And I don't say not caring, but not being able to lose the weight. I know what it's like. Right? Are you fucking kidding me right now?
That is a telemarketer or somebody.
Dude, they've been calling me all day.
Scammers. And I even have the silence calls notification on my phone to silence calls that I don't know, but it still gives me those 866 numbers.
Someone fucking called me earlier today. It was from LA, and I was like, oh, it's probably business. Pick it up. They're like, we sent you a COVID test earlier this year. It's like, what? I was like, COVID's fake. Leave me alone.
Yes. Well, it's not fake.
It's not fake. But
you're gonna get all kinds of heat from that. Okay, so stop going off on a tangent.
But no,
what were we talking about?
And it was just like, I know what it's like to not being able to lose weight. I know what it's like. I've always been a very heavy person. I'm very one of those people that will eat something and then all of a sudden it goes straight to their hips. But people give up. That's the problem, is they give up. They don't see the results that they want right away, so they give up. Mm-hmm. They don't give it time for the shit to work. Mm-hmm. So they want the fucking easy pill, right? And people go, well, I had high blood pressure, high insulin, high this, high that. Right. What were you ingesting in your body? What kind of foods were you ingesting? You did this to yourself. You are the one who put the bad food in your body. No one put a gun to your head and was like, you need to eat badly or you're going to die. And because now you're storing a whole lot of fat cells, you're storing a whole lot of extra weight that you can't get rid of. Somebody was like, I lost, what they said, I lost 80 pounds on my own. And I was like, that's fucking awesome. Why'd you stop? You were already on track. What, did you hit a plateau? Did you not know how to get out of the plateau? Mm-hmm. Stuff like that. Like, I did this and I was able to do this. Great, but why'd you stop?
I believe we're products of our environments, man.
Right.
And how you were born and how you grew up has a lot of dictation on your movement through life when you get older. And also from the ages of 0 to 5, you're very, very plastic in terms of your brain and what you absorb. And if you grew up in an environment that was treacherous and traumatizing, well, sorry, you're probably not going to have a good lot in life in terms of your adolescence and then getting into your adulthood. You're going to be very scarred and skewed in a lot of different areas. Now, that's not to say that I'm leveling that on an excuse, for you to take the excuse road. I'm saying that it's harder for those people to circumvent themselves out of those situations. Juxtaposed to somebody like myself or maybe you, where we didn't have that traumatic of an upbringing. I for sure didn't. Like, I'll be the first one to admit I had a very, very solid and nuclear household, in terms of the family structure. My mom, my dad, very, very tight-knit. Many people, nobody really came in and out of our household. Like, it was very sacred in terms of like the household was for us and us only. We did things as a family, etc. I mean, that's largely in part why I'm the human I am today. It's not because, like, I always say this, and I say this on my podcast often, nobody's self-made. Everybody has somebody to make them and help them and carry them in times where they need it. Now, I'm a very big proponent of don't be fucking weak. Do things you need to do to better yourself, etc. Constantly practice discipline in your life. The only way you're going to make yourself into anything is consistency over time.
Yes.
Okay, however, I'm biased, man, because I come from a background that's pretty clean. So really, who am I to speak on things from the past, from people that have grown up in a sort of a treachery, dysfunction? I'm not. I don't have that background. I can impart my authority current day and what I've been through and how I've circumvented myself out of certain circumstances current day. That's it. You know what I mean? But I'm no one to talk about, somebody's or even impart any kind of, navigation to somebody's life when I don't know what that looks like from a young age and how they were sort of maybe possibly indoctrinated at a young age or traumatized and grew up in dysfunction. Fuck, I don't know what that looks like. Don't look to me for that source of I guess of navigation is the best word to use.
I was gonna say guidance.
Guidance, yeah. Don't, but I have a voice of people who teenagers or young adolescents where they're just automatically going down a weak path. I have authority in that because of what I impart on my life and what I have. So, but when it comes to some, and this is very, you'd think you wouldn't see this expression from me because I'm very cut and dry, in my approach. I'm very black and white, and you wouldn't think that you would have this I'd have this kind of compassion or empathy, but I do, and it's really one of the only things I have empathy and compassion for. Because ultimately, I don't have any jurisdiction over that area or over that person that is going through that sort of thing. So I just let it be something where I don't delve into with authority, And so that's why I try not to get in those waters. So that's why I say what I say, and that's why I have the voice I have over that type of situation,
Yeah, and the thing is I didn't grow up in a good home. My home was broken from the time my dad passed when I was 12. My mom went through depression, locked herself in the bedroom. My sister went off and did her thing. I was pretty much there to kind of fend for myself. And any male that tried to come into my life, I would push back because they weren't, what are you trying to be, my dad? Like, right. Fuck out of here, To start drinking at a young age, to eating, to partying, to trying to find some kind of acceptance. You know what I'm saying? So, and I guess I'm still like that to this day to a point, still trying to find some kind of acceptance.
Of course.
We all are,
man.
We all are. Where if it's in the world of professional wrestling or if it's in the world of me and you or at the gym or whatever, it's still trying to find some kind of acceptance. Just like everybody in the world is trying to find some kind of acceptance, right? And if you say you're not trying to find some acceptance, you're fucking full of shit. Look at yourself in the mirror. You're trying to find yourself some kind of acceptance, and that's okay because we're all vulnerable. It's okay to be vulnerable. It's okay to be vulnerable at certain points. Don't be a weak bitch, but there's points to be, vulnerable, right?
Do not.
Yeah, don't be a weak bitch, So, and I know what it's like to depress eat, and I know what it's like to, the only thing that can sit there and soothe me because technically it's soothing, right? Food is soothing, right? Is to shove my face full of Pop-Tarts and candy and all that other bullshit, right? Every day of the week, I was so bad, Justin, right? When we first started hanging out, it was like a year ago or something like that, I don't even remember. Dude, I was eating like a fucking box of Pop-Tarts a day. And now it's 8 in a pack, 2 per pack. And that's, you know what I'm saying? On top of everything else I was eating, bags of Takis.
Did you heat them up or did you eat them plain?
No, dude, you put them in the freezer, bro.
Oh, so you ate them cold.
Fuck yeah, dude.
I always.
That's.
I had to heat them up in the little,
toaster.
Toaster, yes. I do not have a toaster in my house, and I have not had one for I don't know how many years.
That's so funny that you were like, what is that thing called?
I forgot what it's called.
A toaster? Yeah, it's called a toaster, just like back in the day we used to use VCRs. Okay?
What's that?
What's a VCR? But yeah, I know what it's like, man. And I know that, but the thing is, what's so gratifying about losing weight is the difference you see in your pictures, the difference you see in your life, the difference you see in, the only problem is those people can't be consistent. And I don't like the word diet.
How come?
Short term. Everybody takes diet as short term.
Well, okay.
Right? It can't be a diet. It has to be a lifestyle change. You have to change your lifestyle. You have to change how you eat, how you breathe, how you think, how you do everything.
Sure, but that's a little bit emotional when you put so much emphasis around a word. It's just a word at the end of the day. It's not how you navigate yourself.
It's how people usually navigate themselves.
Well, what I'm saying is you're putting the cart before the horse here for people. People are putting the cart before the horse here if they're putting so much of an emphasis on any one word. Don't worry about the word. That's a weak mentality. Worry about what your direction is and how you course your life every single day, no
Right.
matter what the word is. I don't care what fucking word it is, if it's diet, if it's way of life, it's way of eating, it's a lifestyle, whatever. This is how I do things, period.
Right.
This is how I eat, this is what I do in my day, etc. So,
But you're a personal trainer, right? And you own a business, and this is just a rough estimate. This is just a rough estimate. I don't know if you write out meal plans for people. I have no idea.
I
Right?
don't. No, I
You
don't.
right? But usually, 90% of the questions I
I'll
get.
tell you why I don't either later.
90% of the questions I get in my life is, what should I do for a diet? What should I do for a diet? Should I do high protein for a diet? How do you feel about the keto diet? How do you feel about the carnivore diet? The diet, right? And and I'm like, it's so short term. Like, I believe that word is just so short term. And that's me, right? It's like, you got to change your life, because every time people do a diet, they never stick to the diet because it gets boring or it gets whatever it is, right? You have to change the lifestyle. You have to change the way you think about food. You have to think about the way that you think about the good foods you're putting in your body. Not that, oh, I'm on a diet. Oh, like 90% of people, oh, I'm on a diet, I can't do this. No, this is just how I eat. I bring my meals with me. This is just how I eat. This is just what I do. And if people realize that, if they just get that mindset of being able to get that word diet out of their vocabulary and understand that this isn't a short-term plan, this is a lifestyle change, I believe that they'll probably go further.
Sure. They need to develop some type of structure, is what you're
Yes.
saying, some type of ordinance to their
Yes.
life, because other than that, if there's no structure, it's going to be chaos, correct?
Correct. You
Well-
really dumbed that down.
Well, diet, I mean, I just made it succinct, what you
Yeah.
said. Well, diet is basically that, though. Diet is structure. And that's why I don't look at the word as anything. It doesn't have any impact on my psyche or the way I move in life. It is just a word. I don't put any emphasis on it. I don't give it any energy. It's just a word. So if you choose to say it differently, okay, fine. If that's what serves you better. And when people are talking about, like, well, what diet should I be? What diet is good? It's like, okay, when people ask you this, you can easily navigate them when you say, okay, well, you're asking questions that don't matter at this point, because a keto diet doesn't matter. The carnivore diet doesn't matter. The only thing that matters is what you can adhere to. So you have to think about what you can adhere to that's within the confines of a caloric deficit,
Mm-hmm.
and then something that is going to be complementative of your goals.
Yes.
What does that look like? And then you can kind of bring them to that point by asking them certain questions. Well, what foods you like? What foods you don't like? Right? And a couple parameters that have to be intact are going to be protein needs, right?
Mm-hmm.
You need to have protein at a certain level based on their body weight, etc. Other than that, the other two variables are pretty much fluid. They can change. They have an ability to change. What I mean by the other two variables are fats and carbs.
Carbs, yeah.
So it's like, really, it doesn't really matter at that point. What matters is calories in, calories out. If you want to change your body and if you want to look better, get leaner, etc., right? So, and there's a process to that. Like, you're not going to find the magic number with a few questions or a questionnaire. You're going to find, if you're working with this person, or if you are, I'm just saying, you're going to find it over time too, with imparting certain foods, or rather certain ratios based on the carbs and fat, however they're, because they might be more productive on higher fats and lower carbs. They might be more productive on higher carbs, lower fats. Right, but the one constant that needs to be the same is going to be protein needs.
Yes.
So, and then from there, you find out what they like to eat and what they don't like to eat, and you omit certain things that are just not going to be complementative and might actually drive them off the rails in terms of their cravings. Right, and I'm a big proponent, and this is controversial to some in the diet industry, or the food, or rather, the transformation, and not transformation, just the fitness industry in general. Like, if you, like, there's certain people that are very bland, like foods across the board. I need bland foods, or else if I get a little taste of something sweet or something really, really good, I'm going to go off the rails. right? There are other people where it's like the IIFYM, if it fits your macros. They can eat, if it lots in their calorie, if they're lots in their calorie day or their day calorically wise to have a Twinkie or have a Pop-Tart or a couple Pop-Tarts, well, then they do it if it fits their macros. I'm for either one that you can adhere to because that's the common denominator that has to be a constant here. You have to have something, you have to adopt something you can adhere to long term because that's what's going to effectively get you to your goals. So they're asking the wrong questions. They're barking up the wrong tree. And they're putting the cart before the horse or whatever kind of illustration you want to impart. They need to first ask themselves, what can I adhere to? They know themselves well enough to know, like, oh, I don't feel that well eating lots and lots of carbs. Or maybe I feel really, really good on higher fat diet, salmon, peanut butter, avocado, and, very little carbs. But then again, maybe they don't know. And you have to try, if you're the coach, if you're coaching them, you have to impart different plans to see what fits best with their psychological profile and their physical profile in terms of their production and how they if they're going to be good in their workouts with that type of a ratio with high fats, low carbs, high fat, or high carbs, low fats, etc. You just have to play around with it until you find a sweet spot. But it's trial and error until you get to that point, right? But my large point is they're asking the wrong questions, and they're only asking those questions because they don't know.
Exactly.
And if they're coming to somebody who they admire in the fitness industry, it's your job to direct them properly. And the only way you direct that is if you have experience,
right?
In trial and error.
And I tell people I am not a dietitian. I know what works for me. Other than that, I am not a dietitian. I tell people.
Well, dietitians don't even fucking know. Yeah, I'll tell you that because they're not schooled. Yeah. They're not schooled in the element of fitness as it relates to body transformation. They just know common practice, the common dietary approach practice. That's all they really are. That's all they're schooled in. You couldn't, if you went to a dietitian that was just, a registered diet RD. I mean, they're not going to know what like your coach knows.
Right.
Not at all. Two totally different situations.
I just tell people to get a coach that knows what they're doing.
That too, man. Yeah, that too.
I'm not a coach. I'm not licensed. I'm not anything. Like, if anything, I'm still learning, which is great because I like to learn. So.
And I will tell you this, for people that are listening that maybe don't know where to start and they don't want to hire a coach because it's a lot of money, because it can be pricey. What I have found is an app called Carbon Diet Coach, and it's Lane Norton's. Are you familiar with Lane Norton?
Mm-mm.
Lane Norton's a professional natural bodybuilder, professional strongman. I want to see professional strongman or professional powerlifter. I'm sorry, and he's a good dude, man. I mean, he's watch a lot of his YouTube shit, very knowledgeable, and he made this app that basically for $9.99 a month, and it'll basically coach you from. I've never done it, so I don't know, but this is what he says and the different things I've read from people that do the coaching app. It's not like MyFitnessPal where it just tracks your macros. It's much more intuitive than that. And it takes you from step A to step Z if you want to even compete in a show, etc.
That's cool.
Like it's very, very cost effective for somebody who, for one, just wants to get started. Like, I don't think anybody who's serious about doing a bodybuilding show is going to do that app and that's it. They're going to hire a coach, I would imagine, because they need that one-on-one, and some moral support, accountability, etc., which app is not going to give you. But for people that are just starting and need somewhere to start, it might be a good starting position. So it's Carbon Diet Coach. Is an app on Apple, Android, etc.
What are your feelings about people that say that carbs are bad?
They're not bad.
I know
they have a skewed understanding of food.
Mm-hmm. Explain.
I just did.
Okay.
That's it.
Okay, yeah.
Basically, and people like to demonize certain macronutrients. They like to demonize, and carbs is the big culprit.
Yes.
And they like to demonize carbs because carbs are the fastest acting macronutrient you're gonna physically feel the ramifications of, and physically feel and see the ramifications of. So what I mean by that is if you go to sushi, for example, sushi's high carb. I mean, okay. So everything's wrapped in rice, obviously, typically, if you're getting rolls and shit, lots of white rice, and you're gonna come out of there eating lots of carbs and lots of sodium from those foods.
Yep.
Now, I'm just using this as an illustration. You can use a lot of different things as illustrations, but sushi, for example, you'll feel good, and automatically, because it's such a high glycemic carb, it's going to hit your bloodstream fairly rapidly, and you're going to feel the ramifications of that. You're going to be filled up. You're going to be, I'm talking about somebody who's like lifting, bodybuilding, and or engaged in physical fitness to some degree. You're going to feel a little bit more plump, right? And filled up.
Yep.
Right? So but you're that way because you have sort of sensitized your muscles to insulin because you lift weights, because you're physically active, because you're probably leaner, okay? Now, that's something that it's just an automatic, it's an automatic reaction. But like something like fat, like the dietary fat composition, the compositional structure of dietary fat is very, very analogous to the adipose structure of your already existing body fat. So therefore, it's easy for the fat to just be stored. In fact, a large percentage of the fat that you eat will get stored as body fat. Whereas carbs and or protein have a very, very low percentage of that potential storage of fat in juxtaposition to fat itself, dietary fat. But if you eat a lot of carbs, you'll obviously burn a lot of carbs and burn through less body fat. But if you eat a lot of fat, you store a lot of body fat, but you burn through a lot of body fat. Mm-hmm. It's just pick your fucking poison.
Right.
Right? Because at the end of the day, it's calories and calories out that ultimately matters for you changing your body and getting leaner.
Yeah, somebody the other day was talking to me, I think it was yesterday, and she was like, I can't, she's like, no, I it's just, I can't do carbs right now. And I'm like, well, why? So I'm trying to lose weight. I'm like, yeah, but you need carbs. Like you need carbs. Like that's your gas tank. Like you need carbs. Oh no, I just can't do carbs right now. I'm just like, all right, well, whatever. Do you?
Well, we should be specific here. And I'm not trying to overturn what you're saying, but you don't need carbs. It's something that is definitely an accelerator in terms of your productivity in the gym and your energy output. We can concede to that, but you don't need. It's not a necessary thing. You can operate well on fats and proteins if you omit carbs entirely. Is it optimal? That's dependent on what your goals are, and that's dependent on what you're engaging in currently with your physical fitness activity. So for someone like you or I, no, it's not optimal, dude, to not have carbs. It's almost a prerequisite in terms of the way we train. If not, even if we have the same kind of calories met with just fat and protein, we're not going to be as efficient. We're not going to be as productive. We're not going to probably be as strong.
As strong, yeah.
So I would say dependent on the person's goals and dependent on the type of activity that they're currently engaged in matters. Context matters.
By the way, I'm really enjoying back squats. I'm really
good for you, man.
Really enjoying those.
Fuck yeah, I love hearing that.
I did 5x5s the other day with 315.
Good for you.
Loved it. Man. Loved it. I was like, man, I can go. I felt like I could have went higher in weight, but I was like, I'll stay here. What
was your rest times between the sets?
Minute and a half.
Minute and a half?
Yeah, probably about a minute and a half.
That's good.
Yeah.
I would not take a minute and a half. My form would break down.
Really? You go what, 45?
No. You mean seconds?
Yeah.
No. I would go like 3 minutes or 3.5 minutes. Yeah. I just want to have most of my power production regenerated, most of my ATP regenerated before I do something with back squats because it's so demanding. But then again, if I was to do a 5x5, it wouldn't be your 315. It'd be a lot more weight than that.
A lot more weight. Just so much more weight. I mean, fuck, dude. You're such a wuss, dude. 5x5 and 315. What a beta. What a bitch.
What a beta.
What a beta. What a beta.
No, I'm very happy to hear that you do back squats, man.
Yeah, I'm loving the back squats, man. I'm probably gonna go up a little bit.
Have you noticed any posterior growth, like out of your glutes from doing the back squats?
I have noticed that my glutes are getting a little there and getting a little bit more little quads are getting a little thicker.
Good.
You know, a little thicker.
Like in the inner thighs?
Yeah. Well, I also do squeezers too as well. So, but yeah.
Adductors?
Adductors, yeah. I like the squeezers. So,
you know what's funny is I used to do that I used to do adduction and abduction and I noticed no benefits from it, so I stopped doing it. My leg workout has been the same for so many years, man.
You also like squat off of the incline too, which is just insane.
Sometimes I do that. It depends if like the squat racks are taken or I mean that's basically what it depends on if the squat racks are taken. I don't wait for the squat rack. I just get on the incline. So
I noticed that I'm getting older in my age and my body's a little beat up. That I've been getting excuse me. I'm getting a lot of pain in my knees, right? So, and I've been wearing the no bull shoes, right? And I'm like, man, every time I squat, like I got some kind of like some pain in my knees, right? So I'm like, I'm gonna kick my shoes off. I'm gonna squat barefoot. Well, not barefoot, but with socks on. I won't go barefoot in the gym. Fuck no. Fuck no. Man, it felt so good. And I was like, I'm just gonna start doing legs with no shoes on. Because it was just it felt no knee pain, no nothing. And I'm wondering why that is. Maybe it could be the heel and the no bull.
I'll tell you what.
Maybe.
So when you take off your foot, you have a better sense of proprioception to the earth, right? So you are more locked in neurologically because your foot is gripping the earth in a different way than it is when it has an impedance of a sole between your foot and the earth. Okay. So you naturally feel a little bit more locked in, which is going to make you feel a little bit more confident. So your nervous system is going to report that as this. I'm more confident in terms of from everything up from my foot to my to where the bar sits on my back, and that's going to lead into a more confident movement pattern. And it's going to lead into more strength. So that's the reason why people will take their shoes off. It's not because like I want to look hardcore. It's because they have better proprioception when they do.
Yeah, I felt great. Like I was like, man, I'm gonna start doing legs with, and then I did it on the leg press too, with no shoes, and I felt great. And I was like, I'm just not gonna wear shoes while I do legs anymore. Fuck this, But my biggest fear, is unracking because like the platform is wood, and I slip on my sock. It's my biggest fear.
What do you mean when you do deadlifts on the platform?
No. When I go to rack out. From doing a squat, putting a bar on my back, and I step out, I'm afraid of slipping. I don't know. It's a mental
Why?
thing.
You're on the grippy floor.
But it's wood though.
So you're talking about you're on the deadlift platform?
No.
What wood are you talking about?
Isn't the squat rack has wood underneath?
No.
It doesn't?
No.
Oh, well. Maybe.
You're talking about the deadlift platform at Fitness 19. That has wood on it.
I know that has wood on it. Yeah.
But no, not the other thing is just regular flooring.
Oh, well, maybe I don't.
Do you go to Fitness 19?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
I swear there's wood.
Are you sure?
I swear there's wood.
No wood, bro.
I'm gonna look tomorrow. I'm gonna send you a picture.
Wood in your head, no wood on the floor.
I'm gonna send you a picture. Just like you did.
Oh, please send me a picture.
I will.
Sledge. Please send me the picture of the non-existent
just like you didn't
wood.
think that the fucking leg press could hold 9 wheels on each side. You said 7. It holds 9.
No, I didn't say 7. I said 8. And it's 9. It's 8 comfortably. It's 9 if you want to make sure. And they think that last one might be teetering.
It's not teetering. It's fine.
Anyways, it's 8 comfortably. But no, send me a picture of the non-existent wood in the squat rack.
If I'm wrong, I will be more than happy to say.
No, we have to put a bet on this because if you're wrong, I want something for it.
Fuck off.
So what are we betting?
I don't know. What are we betting? A Reese's peanut butter cup?
No, that's not enough.
That's not enough.
I want
your soul.
I want higher stakes.
I want your fucking soul, dude.
If you are wrong. When you're wrong and you see this, I want you to film a video of you squatting 225 for 20 reps. You can't break the number up either. You have to squat 20 reps. It can't be a Widowmaker set because a Widowmaker set is, I'm sorry, it is a Widowmaker set. Yes. because it's straight through. So you cannot rack the bar.
Not one racket.
You have to go all the way through 225. You have to film a video of it, and you're going to put it up on your thing. That's bitch weight.
I was about to say, I was like, I could do that.
That's bitch weight.
I could do that. Okay. Yeah, deal.
Okay. Great.
When I do squats on Friday, so yeah.
Great. I can't wait to see it Friday.
Yeah,
I'm not on. No, I'll see it on the Beauty and Brawn.
Yeah.
Great. Can't wait.
Great. And I will be like, I lost a bet. Wait, so what if I win?
You're not winning.
What happens if I win?
That's not even on this conversation because you're not winning.
What the fuck? Why is this a one-sided bet? This is bullshit.
Because you're not winning. Because I know my gym. I mean, it's not my gym, but I know Fitness 19. You just lost big time, and you now just think about, just get ready to do 20 rep squat, a Widowmaker set of 225 on Friday, because that's what you're doing, because you just lost right now.
We'll see.
Okay.
We'll see. We'll see. Because there's wood on that platform.
There's wood on the deadlift platform, but we're not talking about that.
No, if there's wood on any of the squat rack platforms.
Anyways, let's move on, because I can't wait to see that 20 rep set on Friday.
You're saying I can't do it?
I think you can do it.
I know I can do
225 is bitch weight.
it. I know I can do it.
Can you bench press 225 for 20 reps?
Without even a warm-up.
Good. Well, that's good. But can you squat? See, if you can bench it, you should easily be able to squat it.
Without even a warm-up. You put 225 on the bar without me.
The problem?
With me being cold.
Right.
Just walking in, brother.
Good. The problem with people is that they're too strong on their chest juxtaposed to their legs.
Oh, I agree.
And that's a problem. You should be stronger in your lower half than you are in your upper half.
Oh, I love training legs.
I'm just saying, for
That's one of my,
a lot of people,
yeah.
that they don't put a pretense on their lower half. They do it more so on the upper half.
Someone said to me the other day that they're like, it was a group of dudes, and they're like, "Man, you look like you lift." And I was like, "Yeah, man, I do every once. I do every once in a while."
Who said this?
There were these kids. They were like high school kids. They were like high school kids, and they were talking. And I was
this
like,
at Hoagie's?
"Yeah." I was like, "Do you guys do legs?" No, we don't do legs. I was like, "Oh man, I was like, you guys will never grow. You guys will continue being small people."
Yes.
He goes, "Wait,"
and not only small in their physical, small in the mental.
because that's the first thing people ask. First thing, they don't ask how much I squat. They don't ask how much I
right.
deadlift.
It's just how much you bench. Yeah.
What do you bench, bro?
I say I bench your mom. That's what I say.
I tell them I don't bench.
I say I bench your mom.
And they go, "What? You don't bench?" I go, "No, man, I don't bench. You know, why do I need a bench? You know, wait, well, what? Like, well, how much was it? You know, fuck, I don't know, 4. I don't know. Like last time I could probably do 405 for a single. You know, and I was just like, ask me what my squat is. You know, ask me what that is. You know, like, oh, we don't do legs. Well, that makes. Well, that's the end of this conversation.
Well, don't ask now what your squat is. Ask what your squat is in like 2 years from now.
Oh, I can't wait.
Because your squat isn't impressive yet.
Oh,
it will be impressive.
It's not impressive.
But it's not yet.
I'm enjoying the process of getting my squats up, though.
Yeah.
I'm definitely enjoying the process of.
It's challenging.
That sickening feeling in your stomach a little bit. That little head rush you get. I'm really enjoying that a lot.
Yeah.
And just, you sweat so fucking much when you're squatting. It's ridiculous. Like, I sweat like a son of a bitch when I'm squatting.
Oh, I don't. I don't sweat.
You don't sweat. Do you have sweat glands?
I don't sweat. Yeah, I have sweat glands, but I don't.
I knew a guy in high school that had no sweat glands.
I'm not a sweater unless I'm doing cardio. And when I weight train, it's not cardio derived unless I'm doing really short rest intervals, but that's like, I'm not going to do that with squat. I mean, I've done everything with legs. I've done everything with everything pretty much, but that's not something that is, I feel when I do a lot of reps, unless it's on the leg press. I mean, I've done a lot of reps on everything, bro, but it's like, I don't get the same effect. I guess affect's the wrong word. I just don't sweat. I mean,
do you do cardio?
Yeah, but I guess look, I guess I'm lying, man, because I sweat today. I sweat doing abs before I went in and did my pressing and shit. I started sweating but I don't typically sweat, at least to the point where it warrants me saying I sweat, like when I'm doing shoulders or back but I definitely do perspire, but it's not like I'm fucking drenched or anything.
Well, no, I'm not drenched either, but I definitely like beads of sweat coming off my face and stuff like that when I'm fucking when I'm working out. I naturally sweat as it is, so it's just the way it is. But yeah, man. What's your favorite Disney movie?
Shut the fuck up.
No, seriously, what's your favorite Disney movie? You like Disney?
Yeah, of course. I love Disney, but I don't watch it. I don't know.
Did you hear about the big old fucking controversy on the new Little Mermaid that's going on?
No.
Oh, okay. So Little Mermaid comes out Friday. The new Little Mermaid.
Is it a cartoon?
No, live action.
Oh.
But the girl that is being played, Ariel that's being played, always was white.
Oh, is she Mexican?
No, she's black.
Oh, okay.
And people are in a fucking uproar about this.
Yeah, you know why Disney did that.
I'm like, fuckers, it's fucking 2023. Like, what the fuck? You know?
Yeah, you know why Disney did that, though.
Who gives a fuck? Like,
well, because the people that run Disney now are woke people.
Yeah.
So they're going to obviously impart their wokeness on because that's who runs Disney. That's who runs a lot of corporations now, because that's the generation that's coming up.
But it doesn't matter white, black, Mexican, fucking doesn't matter.
No.
If they can act and they could tell a good story and be believable, it doesn't fucking matter what color they are.
Right.
And I don't know why the fuck people are so up in arms about this, about her being African American. Who gives a fuck?
Because people have to be up in arms about something.
About
it's
something.
drama.
I know.
It's
about
drama,
something.
dude.
I know.
And they have to have drama in their lives.
I know.
Some people are just that way.
Save the drama for your mama. That was stupid.
I'll let you hang yourself on that one.
That was stupid. I don't know why I said
I'm not gonna say
that.
anything.
That was retarded.
We just lost at least 10 subscribers.
Yeah,
from saying that bullshit.
The 10 subscribers.
Thanks a lot, man.
The 10 subscribers we had.
Yeah, we lost them all. We lost them.
Fuck it. Are you sure they didn't leave because of your fucking hat?
No, I got more people coming because of my hat. They're like, fuck, that guy.
Hat.
He is a specimen and a half.
It's
even with a hat on.
Horrible hat. Did you just have bad hair day?
Yes.
Ah, that's what it is.
Yes. Yes, definitely bad hair day. And I didn't feel like doing it, and I'm just like,
how's your new you sent me a picture the other day of your protein shake with your Reese's.
That was a pre-workout. That was not a protein shake. I thought you would think it was protein shake though, but yeah, that was.
Oh, was that pre-workout? It looked like. I literally glanced at it. I was like, oh, this motherfucker. And you enjoying it still?
Love it, man. Candy and whey. It's the way to go.
What a way to go.
That's the breakfast of champions. Candy and whey protein.
It actually goes back to the original conversation that we were having that fits in your macros. Right? Of people that of what you enjoy, but as long as it fits in your macros. That's literally brings it all the way back around, because you used to do globs of peanut butter in your fucking protein shake.
No, oatmeal.
In your oatmeal.
Yeah.
And now you do a Reese's peanut butter cup and a fast break.
I do 2 or 3 Reese's peanut butter cups and a fast break, or a Take 5, and then I'll do 75 grams of whey. Yeah. But I mean, and you know, calorically speaking, like I said, it's less than I did with the peanut butter and the oats. So I mean, if anything, I'll lose weight doing this. Ooh. And I not substantially.
Coming in Shred Dog Millionaire or what?
I don't want to. I already stay fairly lean. I don't want to get. I'm not trying, because when I get leaner, I get smaller, and I don't want to get any smaller, dude.
By the way, you got to watch this movie on Amazon Prime called Air. Oh, you saw it?
I saw it, Air. Yeah, I saw it.
I watched it last night. It's on Amazon Prime. It's really good.
I told you it was.
I know.
I think I told you off air it was good.
Yeah, and then there's another one on Amazon Prime. You have Amazon Prime? Mm-hmm. It's called The Accountant.
I've seen that. That's old, with Ben Affleck.
Yeah,
yeah. It's really good, man.
That's really good too.
Yeah, he's the man in that.
He's the fucking man in that, dude.
And I really sympathize with his character, because he's very OCD.
Very.
And he hurts himself.
Yes.
And I kind of do the same thing, but with the weights. That's how I hurt myself.
Like what? Like, I don't want to ruin the movie, but like, if you guys haven't seen it or go see it or whatever,
fuck it, ruin it. Who cares? If you haven't seen it at this point,
it's like came out.
You're not going to see it.
Yeah, it came out like 2016. Like, fuck off. when they went in and they cleared the board, and like he got mad because he couldn't finish.
Yes.
So then he went home and like everything was like thrown off.
Yep.
His driving was thrown off, like how he entered into the driveway, how he him in that flashing light, and then him doing his shins,
Yeah.
and then breaking the gimmick on his shins and like the alarm clock for his medicine. Then it really like it tripped me out. It really did, because that's really how you know autism is, you know. And this person wasn't able to. He had a version of Asperger's, if I remember correctly. And how it really is, how he needs to finish the puzzle. That's the thing. He has to finish, because if he doesn't finish, he has to punish himself, and that sucks. And he can't find love. And that girl, like you could tell he liked that girl, but he couldn't give himself to that girl because of his mental. That was the crazy part about it. And then the twist at the end with his brother, what the fuck?
Yeah.
And then the girl who was on the phone was the girl at the beginning that was going nuts when he was doing the puzzle and he couldn't find the final puzzle piece. I was like, oh my God, like everything came so full circle. I was like, this is one of the best movies I've seen in a long time.
And he plays that role
He
so
plays it so good.
well.
Affleck's on fire right now, dude.
With what? Oh, with Air?
Air? Now
He's
he's
on
got
fire with you because you saw 2 movies that have him in it.
Bro, now The Flash is coming out with Ben Affleck in it.
What's that about?
Dude, you don't know what The Flash is?
Uh-uh.
DC, The Flash?
Oh, that's why I don't watch fiction shit, dude. I don't like that stuff.
But you watch
Like Guardians of the Galaxy and all
But you
that.
watch 30-year-old version, or whatever the fuck it's called?
40-year-old version.
What is it called?
That's not fictional, dummy.
It's fucking everything's fictional on TV, bro.
It's definitely produced. It's not fictional, dum-dum.
It is fictional.
No, it's not.
Reality TV is so fictional.
Listen, it's not fictional. Do you know fiction? Look up the definition of fictional.
It is fake.
It is produced, okay? Much like your wrestling matches are produced, right? But they're not fictional. They're reality. It's reality. It's happening. So here's the thing. I don't like the fictional Guardians of the Galaxy, DC. I don't watch any of that shit. I don't watch Iron Man. I don't even watch Batman, even though that's got really good actors in it.
Dude, Batman's badass.
I mean, that's the only one that I would put my time into watching, like The Dark Knight or something like that. But other than that, I don't watch that fictional shit. I like biographies. I like documentaries. I like things that are real or things that could be real.
You know what really made me... I watched on Netflix... it was the Ted Bundy.
Oh, right.
With what's his name? The kid from here, from AG. What's his name? Efron? Zac Efron? That was really disappointing. I was expecting it to be way better.
Well, did you see Dahmer?
I did see Dahmer.
I can't even watch Dahmer.
Yeah,
I watched like the first 2 episodes. I was like, nope.
Yeah, I watched
Not
it.
watching
I watched
this,
all
man.
of it.
Ugh,
Yeah.
no, I can't do it, dude.
It was like, this would be more your style, more fucking beta style. You should watch that.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, you should watch it. It would be more your style.
Okay.
But yeah, I was expecting more like
Says the guy with the Apple Watch.
the guy with the fucking weird
Beta.
backwards hat. From Lululemon. Oh man. You're so cute. Anyway, I was just expecting because Ted Bundy was
You state the obvious.
Ted Bundy was known for like all of these murders. But in the whole film, it didn't show him murdering one person.
Yeah.
It showed the trial. It showed how good of a con man he was. Right? But he did not show any kind of murder. And I was very disappointed by that.
Yeah, with Dahmer.
Dahmer was like, we're showing everything.
Yeah.
I just want to watch a movie.
Yeah.
And I was what? Sit down. Let's watch a movie.
Wait, what?
Sit down. Let's watch a movie.
Sit down what?
Let's watch a movie.
You and I?
Yeah.
When?
Right now.
No. I got things to do.
Fucking Dahmer.
No, I'm not watching Dahmer. I'm not
Come on,
going to
man.
binge watch Dahmer. I'll tell you what I'm getting into, man, is Breaking Bad. I know it's an old...
Oh, it's great.
It's an old one, but I did everything in backwards. I saw Better Call Saul first.
Uh-huh.
Then I saw the El Camino.
Yep.
and then now I'm watching Breaking Bad, so everything's backwards. But it's still really good.
It's so good.
I love Breaking Bad. And
how deep are you?
Oh, first season only.
Oh, bro.
But and it's only because I watch a couple episodes, maybe a couple days a week. I try not to put too much time into that because it's worthless. But it's definitely a good like break from reality at the end of the night when I'm not doing anything to turn
Walter
that on.
White is the man.
Yes. Okay, so we're at the point where he just goes into that to Tuca.
Uh-huh.
Tuca's place and blows it up and demands the money up front. And that's where we're at.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Have you gotten to like Sons of Anarchy at all?
Long ago, but nah, not really.
Because now they have the Mayans out, and like the final season of Mayans starts this week, and that's gonna be awesome. Because they're now, I've heard so many different versions of the way that they're thinking about rebooting Sons of Anarchy, but I doubt that they will. But yeah, man, like I would love for them to reboot Sons of Anarchy. Like that's Sons of Anarchy is that go-to show where there's nothing else on TV, and I'm bored out of my fucking mind. I'll just throw on an episode of Sons. That's that go-to show for me. I'll just throw it on. It doesn't matter what season, what episode, doesn't fucking matter. Because I'll always find something new in the episode.
Right.
That's what's so good about it, man. Kurt Slutter is a fucking man, dude.
Just go to bed then. Just can't find anything on TV. Just go to bed.
Dude, I always fall asleep to the TV. I'm always, within like 5-10 minutes, put TV on. I put on a television show. I was like, this looks like something I could fall asleep to.
Like my mom. My mom does that.
It was like SWAT from like on Netflix. I was like, this looks like I fall asleep to. Literally, like I don't even remember like the first part of it. I just fall asleep.
I'll be at the house and me and my mom watching TV, and then like all of a sudden I'll say something, and then I'll get no response. I look over and she's like this. This is out, dude.
Yep.
I was just talking to her like 4 minutes ago.
What do you got, narcolepsy? What's going on here? It's 3 in the afternoon.
She's already drifting out, and then those extra 3 minutes go by and she's done, and then I start saying something, and then she's already gone.
When mom says, "Hey, you want to watch TV?" You're like,
"Not gone." That's a bad word.
That's bad.
No, she's
asleep.
She's out. She's asleep.
She's asleep. When mom says, "You want to watch some TV?" You already know where it's going. Yep, you want to take a nap. Yeah. But yeah,
this is late at night when I'm over there.
Oh man, I'm fucking out by like 8:39, dude. I'm fucking done.
Yeah.
I'm out skis. Tired. I'm tired right now. I've done a lot today.
Yeah, good for you.
Yeah, man.
Be productive. Everybody else should take a page out of your
note.
Take a page out of your book
and get fucking productive.
Change your mindset. Change your life.
Damn right.
You still selling those shirts?
Yeah, man. Want one?
No.
Fuck off.
I don't wear that shit.
LA fucking Lulu. What the fuck it's called?
Beauty and Brawn.
Bye-bye.